Hi, YouTube fans. Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to jump out the car without opening the door.
All right, let's see it.
So I have seen this before.
Please. Yep. Oh! Yeah! This is the place. We just got to a playground. We're gonna go play for a little bit. And before we went to go play, I just wanted to film a little video.
Okay, what's the video about, Brian?
The video is all about Miss Peppa and how Alyssa became a 3-year-old girl, now 4-year-old, with her own convertible Mustang. You guys want to do that video?
No.
We want to go to the playground. You do it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do this one by myself?
Yeah.
So much for Sarah, Brian, and Alyssa.
Yes!
Alright, you guys have fun. I won't take too long. I'll be over there. Alright.
It's my car.
I know, it's your car. I'm just going to tell the story about it. So yeah, this is Alyssa's car. But it used to be my car. That's the whole thing, all right? And the story of this car actually goes back pretty much since I started driving. I'm from New York City originally, and I learned how to drive in Texas. And I always had a desire to move back to New York. And New York's not a city where owning a car really makes a whole lot of sense. And so I never really cared about cars. I never put any effort into cars. All the cars I ever drove my entire life were hand-me-downs, broken down things I got really cheap or free, whatever. And then the whole idea of me getting back to New York changed one year when I was given an opportunity to either take a job in New York City or take a job in San Francisco, California, and I chose California. And at that point, I realized my priorities in life had shifted. And as soon as I got to California, I bought a car. Bought a car that I like. Not this car. The car I got in California was a BMW. It was a red BMW convertible, and I loved it. I named her Eleanor. She was a fabulous car. I kept it in California for all the time that I lived there. I started touring a whole lot, and I found myself on the East Coast a lot more than California. And I decided to become bi-coastal as far as cars were concerned. So I bought myself an East Coast car. And I only had 2 requirements for my East Coast car. It had to be a convertible, and it had to be red. And that's where I got my red convertible Mustang, which I called Simone. Now over the years, Simone lived in North Carolina and Eleanor lived in Los Angeles, and the 2 of those cars never met until Sarah and I decided to sell all of our belongings, pack everything up, and live on the road together. And when we did that, it did not make sense for me to have 2 cars, especially 2 cars that were not very practical for our lifestyle. So I decided to get rid of one of them, and I drove Eleanor all the way across the country to North Carolina. Simone and Eleanor met. Eventually I ended up giving my BMW to that guy over there. John, say hi.
Hello!
Hey, didn't I give you a car? Come on over
did.
here and talk about it. I don't remember what the circumstances were about me giving you. Oh, I know why I gave you my BMW. Because I owed him like $1,000 for eating hot chicken.
Oh, yeah.
And
that sounds familiar.
yeah, and the BMW at that point needed some repairs, and so I figured, well, hey, just take this extra car, and so you inherited my car, leaving me with
Yeah, that's right.
with
That's
the Mustang.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I drove it to Texas, and when I tried to have it registered in Texas, they told me it was unregisterable because there were a million things wrong with it. So I sold it.
So you sold it. All right, fair enough. Either way, you got your money for eating that hot chicken.
Yeah.
You know? So that left me with one car, the Mustang. And again, Sarah and I were touring all the time in a more practical car, her Prius, SUVs that we would rent, etc., leaving my Mustang in storage most of the year. And it got damaged by the sun. The paint job got a little damaged, and so I needed to repaint the car. And when I went to go paint it, they asked me if I wanted to change the color. And I found out it wouldn't cost anything extra to change the color, so I let Alyssa pick the color. And Alyssa picked pink and purple, the color that we currently have the car in. And when I decided to let my 3-year-old daughter pick the color of my car, Well, I pretty much decided it was her. So this is officially her car. It's been her car for over a year. Obviously, she's too young to drive it. She still rides in the car seat in the back. But hopefully, one day, she'll be able to take the wheels of this bad boy and drive it across country herself.
You guys all feeling better?
No.
Yeah? You feeling better? Is everybody feeling better?
Yeah.
You got a stick. For Ace or for me?
Oh, Dad.
Oh, is that the tunnel slide?
Yeah.
I love it.
That's all about our car. I bet you everybody found that thrilling. Really.
Probably. I mean, it's a cool car.
It's a cool car, and you know, maybe a good story. I don't know. And that's been another episode of
Sarah, Brian, and Alyssa.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Here we go, Alyssa. In the car wash. You're going in. This Peppa's getting clean.